You know, every restaurant is a buffet if you're willing to pay, especially here in Las Vegas, the all-you-can-eat capital of the world. Hello friends, it's me, Shin, and I'm on a quest to vlog every restaurant on the Las Vegas Strip as well as downtown on Fremont Street. I'm 212 in, and this week for number 213, I'm coming to you from the Cosmo, Las Vegas, where I'm going to Scarpetta for the first time. Really happy to have you along. I'll see you inside. All right, everyone, and here we are seated at Scarpetta. Now, this is an Italian restaurant with, I believe, 6 or 7 locations around the world, and one of them being here in fabulous Las Vegas. The Cosmopolitan is known for having a great food scene, and I'm told that Scarpetta is some of the best Italian food around, but it is my first time trying it tonight, and I'm really excited about it. A beautiful dining space, intimate lighting, tan seating with dark wood tabletops, and a stunning view of the Bellagio fountains. A really great view of the entire strip, in fact. Very chill music playing, a really nice vibe in here. Now, regardless of the vibes, you know it's all about the food for me, so let's take a look at what they have to eat on the menu. Now, here is your menu at Scarpetta. Let's take a look inside. Starting here on the left, we have your appetizers, your ensaladas, your salads, your crudos, all of your raw foods here. And your antipasti, your appetizers down here. Ooh, pea soup, that sounds really good. Looks like a lot of gluten-free options as well as vegetarian options here. Looking up at the top, we have our various pasta dishes. Ooh, a table-side paccheri pasta for 2. That looks really good. And then here are your meats. You've got fish, and as well as your steaks down here. Your veggies here as well, all looking really nice. And then there's also a tasting menu here. Looks like it's available until 9:30 p.m. Looks like you get a selection of one of these starters, and then a selection of one of these entrees here, and then a dessert. $85 a person with the $45 for the wine pairing. And that's your menu here at Scarpetta. Now, that's a really good looking Italian menu here at Scarpetta, and plenty I'm looking forward to showing you all today, because you know how it goes in my videos. Every restaurant is a buffet if you want to pay. I'm gonna get a nice variety, and together we're gonna see what Scarpetta is all about. Appetizers are coming up first. I'll see you a bit when they arrive. Alrighty, scratch that. Before we get to the appetizers, they actually brought out some bread that's included with your meal. It's actually looking really good. Let me give you a view. You're served several different types of bread, as well as 3 different dips. And this is looking really good. Let's give it a try. We'll kick things off with the sourdough. Now, I want to say it's sourdough, but I'm going to give it a dip into the included olive oil. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, that's good. A very nice bread and oil here. Starting with the bread itself. A very spongy bread. There's not a lot of crisp, even in the crust. While there's a little bit of flakiness in the exterior, otherwise this bread is very, very soft. Absolutely a sourdough. You do get that namesake sourness, but not overbearing. It's overall mild in flavor. I like the bread just fine. The olive oil here is very nice, very smooth, very rich, but there's also a citrus note to it. It actually makes it very refreshing to bite into. A very nice start overall to the bread. And this is just the start to the bread service. A couple more to try. Next up, the rosemary focaccia. Really beautiful looking. I love the herbs and the tomato on top. Let's give it a bite. Oh, that is very good. Excellent focaccia bread. Scarpetta is off to a really great start. A very spongy texture here. You do have some nice crisp to the exterior of this focaccia bread. Otherwise, very, very soft. I love the texture of the bread here. The rosemary flavor is very deep, very aromatic. Hints of garlic as well. This is just a really good focaccia bread. If this is what comes complimentary, I have really high hopes for what I'm actually about to pay for. Next up, the stromboli. Very interesting to see that stromboli is a part of the bread basket, but I'm actually quite looking forward to it. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, that's good. This is a nice stromboli tonight. Starting with the bread layer. Now this is much more dense than we've had with the sourdough as well as the focaccia. A little bit more of a chewy bread here. A slightly earthy flavor also from that bread. I do like that. You have some salami here that's delivering a nice salinity, as well as a nice melty richness coming from the cheese. This is a little bit on the heavy side, so I wouldn't recommend eating too much of this before your dinner, but in general it does taste quite good. The bread basket continues to impress. That's a good one. Next up, the ciabatta bread. The last variation of bread in the basket actually looks very nice, and I'm looking forward to it. Let's give it a try. Yeah, not bad. A slight crisp to the exterior, although otherwise very soft, porous, and slightly flaky on the inside. A very slight hint of sourness on the back end, getting a little bit of that fermentation. Overall, a nice bread. A very good start to the overall meal tonight. All right, everyone, so that's the bread basket tonight. I'm joined by my buddy Noel again, and we're going to continue working on this until our actual appetizers arrive. Don't go away, I'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone. Now my appetizers just got here. This is looking so good. Let me give it a view. I got a Caesar salad along with some beef carpaccio, their cold pea soup, short rib arancini, and their calamari. Some really tasty looking appetizers. Let's give them a try. We're gonna kick off the appetizers tonight with their short rib arancini. These are deep fried risotto balls, along with the short rib, served with some marinara sauce. And I love a good arancini. Let's see how it is at Scarpetta. Oh yeah, that's good. Some tasty arancini at Scarpetta. It looks like they're using a panko breadcrumb, delivering some really airy crispiness. A nice light fry to these. These don't feel overly heavy or too greasy. I really like the cook on these arancini. The risotto inside is quite nice. Maybe a little bit softer than perfectly firm risotto, but otherwise a nice cook. And it's been able to pick up a very nice truffle accent taste. Nice levels of garlic and seasoning as well. And the short rib is very, very tender. To be frank with you, I do wish that there was a little bit more short rib in the arancini. I do think a little bit more of a meaty bite would be welcome, but the risotto is actually quite nice in general. So all in all, this is quite good. A nice way to start off the appetizers tonight. That's a good one. Next up, the calamari. A nice looking calamari. I've already spritzed it with lemon, and we'll dip it into one of the two accompanying sauces. Let's give it a try. Oh wow, that is good. Really tasty calamari at Scarpetta. I'm really liking this recipe. First off, the most immaculate crunch. I love the texture here. It's light, but super crispy, and they've achieved a perfect texture. My hat's off to the chef. It's also very well seasoned. In general, just very good flavors in that batter. The squid inside is quite nice as well. Not too chewy, not overdone, but you're still able to appreciate the squid's flavors. It hasn't been blasted out by fry oil. Very, very nice. I did appreciate the spritz of lemon I gave on top, giving some acidic freshness. But I think what I love most about this calamari is how forward-facing the fried basil flavor is. It makes the dish very aromatic, giving you a very nice floral note to the bite. Two wonderful sauces for this calamari. The first I tried being a really creamy pesto. It's rich, nice amounts of garlic. You can get the pine nuts in there. The additional basil flavor coming from that pesto in conjunction with that fried basil flavor from the calamari itself is coming together wonderfully. Really enjoying this calamari. It's so good. Next up, the beef carpaccio. A really nice looking beef carpaccio served with mushrooms and arugula, and you assemble it on top of toast. Really looking good. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, that is really good. I'm happy to report that the beef carpaccio at Scarpetta is quite excellent. Very much enjoying this dish. Starting with the bread, crispy almost like a crouton, but I do believe it's the same sourdough bread we saw earlier in the bread basket. Doused in olive oil and given a nice shallow pan fry, makes for a very delicious base. A good start to the carpaccio bite. The beef itself is very, very tender. Not super fatty, you're able to actually appreciate the essence of the beef here. Just a very nice texture. I very much like the beef here. A little bit of a mustard cream sauce is delivering a nice richness, as well as a bit of a pungent kick, and it's accented deliciously by the earthy flavor of some mushrooms. The arugula provides a peppery bite, and you do have some Parmesan Reggiano on top, delivering some salinity. All of this comes together really very nicely. A really tasty one. I like the beef carpaccio here tonight a lot. Next up, the pea soup. This is pea soup served hot or cold. I went with cold, and it's delivered with a poached egg that you mix into it. I've got a nice big spoonful. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, it's good. A nice pea soup. I am enjoying the flavors here. It's a nice thick consistency, beautifully pureed, very, very creamy and very, very silky. It leaves a very nice mouthfeel. I do like the consistency in general. The pea flavor is very robust. If you weren't told that this was pea before, maybe you would think it's spinach or pesto, but as soon as you taste it, you know very well that it's a pea soup. and it's a very good pea soup at that. It's well seasoned, not a bland soup by any means, and that poached egg did provide a nice richness in general. Being served cold, I did think it was quite refreshing. I'm curious to see what it tastes like hot as well, and while you might have a notion of pea soup, I would say there's a general freshness here that definitely elevates it above normal pea soups that you might have. It's very flavorful and very, very tasty. A good pea soup, I like that one. Alright everyone, now the last bite I'm trying from our appetizers today is going to be their Caesar salad. A really good looking Caesar salad. You can already tell that this is going to be elevated much more than your standard just given the ingredients you can see with your eyes. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, that's good. Quite the tasty Caesar salad at Scarpetta, and I can already tell going into it that these were going to be the flavors. Romaine lettuce is romaine lettuce, but they are certainly using fresh romaine lettuce here. A good healthy crisp to it, and its natural bitter flavors coming through. A good romaine lettuce to start. The croutons are obviously made in-house, dehydrated from that same sourdough bread I imagined from earlier, delivering a nice crunch, although I wouldn't say too much flavor, mostly just here for texture. I love the Caesar dressing that they've applied. It's clearly made from scratch, has a nice garlickiness to it, as well as a good briny salinity. They've absolutely blended the right amount of anchovy into it, but it also has a really nice hit of citrus, grilled citrus in fact. There's a bit of a smokiness to it. It's very well balanced. I like the dressing a lot. The shaved Parmesan cheese on top does provide a nice additional saltiness here, and I also asked for some cracked black pepper, just delivering some additional kick. A very, very nice Caesar salad. It's a good one. I do enjoy that. Alright everyone, now that's all of the appetizers I'm trying tonight. Again, I'm joined by my buddy Noel, so we're going to be going through this, box some of it up to go, and then we'll do our first round of entrees. Don't go, I'll be right back. And welcome back, my friends. Now my first round of entrees just got here. This is looking so good. Let me give you a view. I got their spaghetti scarpetta with meatballs, as well as their table-side pacetti pasta, their roasted chicken cacciatore, as well as their roasted Chilean sea bass. This is all looking really tasty. Let's give it a try. First off, the table pacetti pasta. Now most of this is prepared in the kitchen, however they do add the final ingredients and serve it tableside. They also provide a hefty amount of truffle per serving. And I've got a really good looking forkful here. Now this was the dish that was highlighted in the pasta section in the menu, so I've got some high hopes. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, that is delicious. This is making such a huge impression. Starting with the pacetti pasta, I don't think I've ever been more sure that a pasta was made fresh in-house. This has the perfect texture. It's been cooked perfectly al dente, a nice firm chew to this, but a bit of grainy, weedy flavor to it. An absolutely perfect chew to that pasta. I'm in love with that. Flavorful does not even begin to describe this sauce. A truffle cream sauce, so there's a nice pungent earthiness to it, but it's creamy, it's rich, with a nice salinity coming from some Parmigiano cheese. The sun-dried tomatoes do provide a nice sweetness here, and there's a nice peppery kick in the aftertaste. This is really delicious. It's incredibly decadent. The shaved truffle on top definitely provides that nice earthy accent flavor as well. This is all very well balanced. I love the textures. I love the flavors. A really delicious pasta dish. I love this one. Next up, chicken cacciatore. A very interesting presentation of chicken cacciatore. It's served alongside something that looks very much like a tamale, but we'll go in on the chicken first. Let's give this a taste. Oh, you might say that's just okay. The chicken cacciatore is a decent recipe, but unfortunately there's a pretty big execution miss. Starting with the recipe itself though, I do like the cacciatore sauce. It's a very smoky heat, not super spicy though. It does have a nice peppery taste to it, not all that salty. In general, the cacciatore sauce actually works very well. Unfortunately, the chicken is very dry tonight. This was very much overcooked. You can actually tell that the chicken is starting to become quite stringy, and while there's a very, very nice crisp to the exterior skin, unfortunately, chicken this overcooked does leave a bit to be desired, which is unfortunate because everything else has just been so stellar. I do like the sauce in general. This dish is well seasoned. It's just that it's overcooked tonight, and overcooked chicken is no one's favorite. I imagine if the cook on this chicken was perfect though, this would be a pretty good recipe. Next up is the side that came along with that chicken cacciatore. I believe this looks something like a cannelloni with vegetables. Let's see how it is. Oh yeah, it's good. A very nice side for the chicken cacciatore. You have something like a toasted cannelloni, and inside is a very nice vegetable ragu. I believe it's zucchini, tomato, and mushrooms. A nice sweetness coming from those vegetables, as well as an earthy flavor from those mushrooms. And there's a nice spice to it too. A good layer of chili flakes is bringing some heat here. You have some toasted Parmesan on top, delivering a nutty salinity. In general, this is actually a very nice side. If that chicken was just less dry, this overall dish would have been really nice. Next up, the roasted Chilean sea bass. Very nice looking sea bass. They actually top this with some kind of an oil sauce. I've got a nice fork full here. Let's give this a shot. Oh yeah, that is really good. Excellent Chilean sea bass at Scarpetta. Wow, I am very happy with this fish. The sea bass has been cooked perfectly. Not only does it have a wonderful crispy exterior, a perfect cook to that skin, nice and crispy, but the flesh of the fish is so perfect. It's flaky, it's moist. This is quite possibly some of the most perfect cooked on a fish I've had during YouTube. Not dried out at all, and you can appreciate the sweet flavors of that fish. A masterful cook on it. I'm really impressed. There's a spring onion fondue underneath, providing a little bit of freshness, as well as some asparagus. Nicely peppered and seasoned, some good vegetable sides here. And that sauce from before is a really delicious Vierge sauce. Olive oil and onion are the primary ingredients, delivering a nice richness as well as some acidity, but also very herbaceous, a nice aromatic flavor here. I'm enjoying this one a lot. If you're a fan of seafood, I don't think you can really go wrong with this dish. So happy with the Chilean sea bass. That's a good one. All right, my friends, now the last bite I'm trying from this first round of entrees is gonna be Scarpetta spaghetti. I believe on the menu is actually spaghetti Scarpetta, but you know, tomato. And I did add meatballs to this. Got a nice fork full here. Let's see how the spaghetti is tonight. Oh yeah, that's good. Very nice spaghetti at Scarpetta. Starting with the spaghetti noodles. I'm sure I've already said this a bunch of times, but it's very obvious that these are made from scratch. Fresh made pasta noodles just have that perfect texture. Cooked al dente, these actually have a nice firm chew to them, and a good starchy flavor coming from those noodles. The marinara spaghetti sauce at Scarpetta is actually quite good as well. You can absolutely get the sweetness of the tomatoes, and I believe they're using fresh tomatoes here. I really didn't get any of that metallic tinge coming from canned, but if they are using canned tomatoes, they've certainly neutralized that metallic flavor well. Very nice seasoned dish also, some good flavors in that sauce. Not overly sweet, cooked down well. I did like that. The meatballs I would also say are actually quite good. A good meaty chew to them. Although personally I do think they could have been a little bit juicier on the inside. It was a tad on the dry end. Nothing super special with those meatballs. I would say that's a pretty standard flavor profile you might get in a lot of Italian restaurants. But I did really like the flavorful and aromatic sauce. Just like a lot of the other sauces here, they really do have an emphasis on the fried basil flavor, and that is emphasized heavily in that spaghetti sauce. Combine that with a really satisfying chew of some fresh made pasta, and you've got a really nice spaghetti dish. A nice way to end out round one. That was good. All right, my friends, now that's all of the food I'm trying from this first round of entrees. A few more bites, we're gonna box this all up to go, and then we'll do our second round of food. I'll be right back. And welcome back, my friends. Now my second round of entrees just got here. This is looking so good. Let me give you a view. I got their duck and foie gras ravioli, as well as the ribeye, their day-boat scallops, as well as their lamb ragu cavatelli. Some really good looking food here. Let's go in. First off, the day-boat scallops. You get 4 scallops to an order, and looks like there's some kind of an apple salad in the center. And I've got one of the scallops here on the fork. Let's see how it is. Oh yeah, that's really good. Excellent scallops at Scarpetta tonight. I'm really happy with this. The scallops themselves were cooked perfectly. A wonderful spongy texture to it, not overdone, not chewy, with a perfect sear on the top, delivering a nice crispy edge. These are some of the most perfectly cooked scallops I've had doing YouTube, and I'm really happy with them. Wonderfully seasoned with a nice emphasis on black pepper, which is balanced out with an orange gastrique. A nice refreshing citrus flavor coming from that gastrique, on top of the additional fruity flavors coming from the apple and fennel. Some toasted pumpkin seeds provide nuttiness. In general, there's a lot of depth, some nice complexity, as well as really good execution on the cook on these scallops. I'm really happy with that one. That was very tasty. Next up, we'll do the duck and foie gras ravioli. Obviously handmade pasta again here with this ravioli. Looking very, very nice on the fork, but let's see how it tastes. Oh yeah, that's good. A nice pasta dish. You can already tell when you fork this, but again, we do have scratch-made pasta here, and a beautiful al dente cook to this, a very firm chew. I really like the pasta. The duck inside is marvelously moist, very tender, and the foie gras has a very nice creaminess to it as well. It is well seasoned, although a tad on the salty side, and in general, this dish is the richest I've had in the night. I think if you were to eat this entire plate by yourself, you'll definitely be waking up the following morning soon after. You do have a slight bit of tang coming from a marsala reduction. All set, this is quite good. As mentioned though, this might be one you want to share just because if you were to eat this whole thing again, you're probably going to be seeing the next day. Next up, lamb ravu cavatelli. A good looking cavatelli dish. I've got a nice big spoonful to give it a taste. Let's see how it is. Yeah, not bad. And I'd say this is a totally fine dish. Starting with the cavatelli noodles, again, obviously made in-house, and again, cooked al dente. A nice firm chew to those noodles. Cavatelli is working great. The lamb ragu is quite nice. The lamb itself is very tender, and the natural sweetness of the tomato is certainly coming through in that ragu sauce. It's been well seasoned, with some additional salinity coming from that Parmesan cheese. The ragu sauce has been cooked down well. It's got a very nice savory flavor, and in general, it is good. I think I say it's not bad though, because the other flavors I've had tonight have been so overwhelmingly good. This seems to coast by as a good dish, just not an amazing one. And again, it's not a bad dish, but I just think with all the other really great flavors that I've tried at Scarpetta tonight, this would probably be the last one I'd want to order. Next up, I'm taste testing ribeye. I believe they have both a filet mignon option as well as the ribeye, but the ribeye was what was highlighted in the menu. And if you watch my channel long enough, you know I'm definitely a ribeye guy. I've got this cooked mid-rare. It looks perfect. But let's give it a taste and see how it is. Oh yeah, that is good. Excellent steak at Scarpetta. Wow. This isn't a steakhouse, but this rivals some of the better steaks I've had on the strip. Excellent crust formed on the top. I love the cook that they've been able to achieve with this cut of meat. Not only can you really appreciate the wonderful beefy flavors, but it's so tender and super juicy. An immaculate cook on this steak. You can actually see how little gray there is on the outside. Not only does that mean they have a piping hot grill, but it really does emphasize how much of a crust that they've been able to develop. And in that crust is such a delicious seasoning blend. It's simple but generous, and they've been able to really bring out the flavors of the beef here. This is actually very, very good. I'm so surprised I'm eating a steak this delicious inside of an Italian restaurant. My hat's off to the chefs here at Scarpetta. This is really excellent. All right, everyone, now the last bite that I'm trying from my entrees tonight is going to be the potato side that came along with the ribeye. Really good looking fingerling potato here. I'm loving the Parmesan cheese and garlic I see on top. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that is good. Very nice potato side for the steak. I'm enjoying this very much. Fork tender with a slightly crispy exterior. It's very satisfying to bite into, a good mouthfeel here. I'm appreciating the cook to these potatoes. A really nicely flavored potato as well. Not only do you have Parmesan cheese providing some salinity, but there's also a pungent earthiness coming from some truffle. The parsley provides a bit of color, although I wouldn't necessarily say I tasted too much in the bite. There's also some rosemary here providing a floral note. This is just a very tasty potato side. Certainly happy that came along with the steak. That's a good one. All right, my friends, now that's going to do it for all of the entrees here at Scarpetta. Again, my buddy Noel and I are going to take a few more bites, box a lot of this to go, and we'll do some dessert next. Don't go anywhere because sweets are coming up. And welcome back, my friends. Now all of that food is packed up and good to go, so it's time for some sweets. Let's take a look at the dessert menu together. So here is your dessert menu at Scarpetta. Beautiful. Let's take a look inside. Let's see here. We've got an affogato, a limoncello cheesecake. That sounds incredible. Tiramisu, house-made gelato. I think everything is basically made from scratch here. So that sounds really nice. And then here is your list of after-dinner drinks. Looks like some coffees down here as well. And yeah, that is your dessert menu here at Scarpetta. A couple of those options caught my eye. I'm gonna go and get my order in, but for all of you at home, I'm gonna make that dessert appear right now. And here it is, everyone. My dessert just got here. I went in on their limoncello cheesecake. A clearly crafted in-house cheesecake along with both a blueberry compote and a blueberry sorbet. I've assembled a nice spoonful of all of the ingredients. And I gotta admit, after this much Italian food, I am super full, but there's always just a little bit of room for some dessert, right? Let's activate the dessert stomach. Give this a try. Oh yeah, that is so good. A delicious dessert at Scarpetta. Wow, this is one great way to end the meal. Starting with the limoncello cheesecake. Light as a cloud, it's so fluffy. It's such a silky and velvety texture. A little bit of tang coming from that cream cheese, but a wonderful sweetness. You absolutely get that citrusy sweetness coming from the lemon. The cheesecake layer is so good. Beautiful graham cracker crust. It's buttery, it's sweet. The graham cracker flavor has a nice nuttiness to it. Overall, love the cheesecake. The blueberry compote is so delicious. Those blueberries are nice and sweet, a little bit tart, and they've been cooked down beautifully, a nice softness to them. The blueberry compote is very nice. While the blueberry compote is nice, it's actually the blueberry sorbet that's the start of the show. It's incredibly creamy, which is odd for a sorbet given that it's typically water-based. It has a wonderful texture to it, a beautiful bright blueberry sweetness. It's actually very refreshing, delivering such a nice accent flavor to the cheesecake. This is coming together beautifully. I'm enjoying this a lot. A fantastic way to end the meal tonight. This is really good. All right, everyone, now that's gonna do it for my dinner here at Scarpetta at the Cosmopolitan. All of the food you saw in the video tonight came out to $693 before tip, although I'm sure you can see here 5 Coke Zeros did not come out with free refills, so that came out to about $40 on its own. Regardless, my buddy and I had a really great time here. Scarpetta is putting out some very good food. I really like the beef carpaccio from our appetizer round, but the tableside pacetti pasta is easily my favorite of the night. That dish is probably the best pasta dish I've had all year, if not ever since I've started YouTube. I really like the sea bass as well as the ribeye tonight, and that cheesecake was the perfect way to end the evening. If you're staying at the Cosmopolitan or you've been interested in Scarpetta, I hope this video has been informative for you. Alright everyone, now that's going to do it for this week's video where I continue my quest to vlog every restaurant on the Las Vegas Strip as well as downtown on Fremont Street. Make sure you return next Saturday. I would love to have you as I continue to add to my collection. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a fantastic week, and I hope you enjoy Vegas with me, Shin. Bye.